Okay, welcome back to Mouse Pack 7. This is a game that I've been trying to make a video on for quite some time. If you were able to see the last video that I made, it was kind of an explanation as to why I haven't been able to. So, I'm going to go ahead and... This one... I know I can delete that. I'm going to start fresh. Now, one of the main reasons why I like this game is the humor that's in it. And as we go along, you'll see what I'm talking about. First thing to start off is fancy the opening credits at the beginning of the game. Kind of tells you a little bit about this. The fact that they've only finished one chapter in this game and that they're going through this actually makes it kind of nice and something that I look forward to the next chapter. Just because it's going to change things up just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and say yay some censorship, even though I'm usually totally against it. But it's the fact that it puts a carrot there.
Here you are again. Did you have time to think of how to behave during the interrogation? Remind him, R2-D3. You tell us all you know from the beginning. No lie. Confirm?
Now, when it says spit, you got to remember, you're in space, so what's going to happen? You spit into your own spacesuit. And then you get hit. I mean, come on.
You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of green universe. Confirm?
Now, if you keep spitting at him,
You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of green universe. Confirm?
yeah. You can sit there and just keep spitting at it and spit at it until you finally actually get one of the achievements. But here's another little thing about the humor. Your yogurt or some other ads could be here. Bye, Grandpa. Would that be considered a burial? Let's see. In a spaceway, it kind of is a burial. Let's see.
You lied to me. Logo was impossible. Could not see the shuttle from space. Tell truth, no lie. Confirm?
And then it goes through the same thing, but without the outer shell. And so here we start. I'm kind of curious as to where the gum came from.
Greetings. I'm your funerary spacesuit built-in guide to the world of space funerals. Before we start communicating further, confirm that you are still able to read after the impact. much?
Yeah.
You've gotten into a non-standard situation. The Breathedge Global Funeral Agency is proud of its impeccable history. However, your death may cause the loss of its reputation. Therefore, we suggest
Whoops.
that you stop the gas leak and survive.
Okay, where did that gum go? I accidentally hit it. It's gotta be somewhere. There it is.
When picking up any useful items, you stuff them in your pockets, calling it an inventory, if you will.
Okay, so
Pick
now.
out the chewing gum from your pocket. Try not to get your funerary spacesuit sticky while stick it somewhere except for your face.
So unplug this. Oops. Didn't mean to stick it in the chicken butt. Watch what happens.
You'll need an object without it.
So we're gonna take the gum and we're gonna plug the
You
leak
deserve
using
some
the
words of
gum.
encouragement. That's impressive. You've almost won. Remember that the funerary spacesuit isn't designed for long-term use of persons or animals in outer space. It is recommended to immediately call for help on the interphone, improve the spacesuit, or become depressed.
So this talks about going to the intercom. Or interphone. That's right.
Just the antenna, you'll have to go into outer space.
You can check out all of these little pictures and everything. Physics in 50 volumes. The survival guide. I've gone through the survival guide. It's kind of interesting. Not something that I'm going to necessarily go through. Not in this video. It talks about using the water closet and yeah.
When you discover a new blueprint of an item, it is automatically added to the memory reprocessor in the kitchen, where you can create this item using the net. The waste disposal system is damaged and is operating in reverse mode. The toilet can suck objects flying past the shuttle when the tanks are full.
Basically, you pee on the seat and it gives you things. But if you're going to do that,
Increased radiation is detected. Probably this
there's
is
a toilet down there.
Be careful. The radiation will kill you instantly in such a suit.
Be careful, because you could freeze. So like most survival, you're going to come out and you're going to start
That was a close call.
finding
Try to
things.
adjust the antenna very carefully. You've got great engineering skills. You have broken the antenna completely. Now you will need some special equipment and interphone activation codes, which are encrypted in the memory of the steering wheel if it's still intact.
Okay. So we broke the antenna. Now, whoop. Go ahead and start collecting. Yeah, oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. That's one thing you gotta keep an eye on is your oxygen levels. It goes pretty quick. Oh, that's a mug. Okay. My biggest suggestion is to collect as much water, goop to make food, and metal as you can as you go along. There's going to be... It does seem a little bit more difficult than some of the other survival games that I've played because it takes a little bit of work to make sure you don't overshoot. Like when you're trying to get back into your spaceship, you can easily overshoot going into the door. But water is almost always essential, especially, I mean, with any survival game, it's going to be essential. Go through and you can check out the achievements, what you're able to make, the tools. Okay, so we can make shears. One thing we definitely want is these tools filled out. And we'll get to that eventually. Even though I found the back scratcher, I haven't quite got... Oh, that's right. You had the back scratcher kind of tells you it's for picking up things, and you need to be able to reach stuff.
Nearby cooling gel. Its microscopic particles can settle on the glass of the spacesuit, forming some beautiful frostwork, which can lead to visibility deterioration.
Oh, dang. Short trips through.
Caught on some larger debris.
One of the tools does kind of require something that's similar to a back scratcher, or you make something similar to a back scratcher, but I haven't found an actual use for the back scratcher itself. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to try and make everything I possibly could. Because the last time I went through the game, I found something that kind of piqued my interest, but it needed a tool that I didn't know how to get to or how to make. So I was hoping with this run I'd actually be able to do it. And yeah, this is actually one of those games that I would play several times through, just because it's fun. Okay, and the grabber, that's it. See, you can make the grabber, but you don't need the back scratcher. And I think you have to have the grabber or the back scratcher so that you can't actually make what is it? Okay. So I'd be willing to bet I could bring this over here, open this up, and I can move those over, even get rid of the back scratcher for all that. I don't need the wool. I only need the goo at the moment, or the metal. I just want to make sure that I've got some food and drink. Now there is a bed here. You can take the fabric and the rubber. And go through resource deposits, resources. So now you can make thick electrical tape, refined metal, or a roll of fabric. Now you can rest. If you look at the bottom left hand corner, it'll say your health. When your health is down really low, all you got to do is rest. But the thing is, you've got to eat and drink after it. Whoops, wrong button. So out we go.
It looks like the steering wheel. You need to try to connect to it. Great news! Using my ingenious 2-digit password matching algorithm, I managed to hack the interphone activation codes. Now all that's left is to build a cryptographic debugging station and reconfigure the interphone using these codes, which will take about 5 years with your current skills.
Yeah, it's basically 5 years.
Be careful with the vacuum breakdowns. An electric shock of such power can lead to the failure of my systems, and I can't guarantee the safety of your corpse before the arrival of the funeral team. you are still able to become depressed.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. Oh, that's right. Now, cryptograph debugging station. So you need metal times 2 and wire. Resource wire. Yeah, okay. There goes the mug. So I'm gonna go over here.
Judging by the primary analysis of the destruction, most of the passengers of the liner died. This might be the biggest catastrophe in the history of astronautics, the reasons for which are yet to be clarified.
And I have a feeling that's very soon I'm going to be hearing the beep 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 for oxygen. Alright. You can't fly out there without oxygen. It's not highly advisable, but it is possible. So go ahead and make the cryptograph debugging station. I also want to make more water. Okay, so we will put this.
If you're sure that this is exactly what was on the blueprint, then try to reconfigure the receiver. If you have any doubts concerning it, then you will eventually suffer an electric shock, and then your spacesuit will automatically take your body measurements to order a coffin from our company. Thank you for choosing the Global Funeral Agency.
Cool, I've debugged it.
The rescuer's arrival time exceeds your estimated lifespan by 4,369 years. You need to get to the extraction point yourself, getting past the radiation. However, it's impossible to do this with your current skills. To increase your level, you need to create some crap imposed by the developers.
And that's the funny thing. I mean, it's talking about you need to create some crap imposed upon you by the developers, which is exactly what you have to do. Develop crap. But at least we have the handy scraper now. And what it's talking about is this crap imposed by the developers. A great example of contemporary art. A thing to be proud of. It can be beautiful. It can beautify any interior, be a hanger, a paperweight, or a friend, a pet. Basically, it's just junk you gotta build.
It wasn't possible to determine the coordinates of the survivor. Communication only works on reception, which gives a good reason not to respond and not to be distracted, despite the objections of the hormonal system.
Okay, so what was refined metal? It's metal times 4. Alright, so what do we have? Yeah, babe. Do I have metal here? Yes, I do. So I need a handy scraper. A handy scraper. don't get too close or chase. You can knock those out of the way,
Your interlocutor has very sweet accent.
and then you're chasing it.
Still not all. I know. I'm gonna have to work on it. Jackson, you're
And
getting
once you get the
close.
ability,
Guys, please
make
stop.
another handy scraper.
Why?
Because it only has a durability of 35, and you can see I've only knocked out 2 things, and it's down to 22. The one that I've got is down to 22.
What do you have in your pants?
So,
Now,
and oh, wait a minute. Where's that?
I can't.
got in there, leave it in.
There's nothing inside there.
Get it out.
Battery. Go.
No.
Alright. Quick check on oxygen. Need some.
How did this got in?
I don't know how you did this.
Alright.
Rub it in your something.
Let's go ahead and knock these metal balls out.
Jackson, you're getting things wet. Please stop.
Okay. Cause I get message from Babe.
Don't do that.
Durability's down to 7. Alright.
Jackson, stand still.
So now
What?
I got some refined metal. Make some refined metal. There we go, there we go, there we go.
You have to be still.
Makes okay, so now we can make batteries. Or I can make batteries.
This is ball. You put my- no.
What we got in the box?
Jackson,
What's
come
in the
back.
box?
You cannot do, no, stop. Next time don't stick something down your shirt.
No, I got it. Hurt.
Now here comes this is. Ah, fine.
And you keep eating the ice, making water everywhere. Please stop.
Oops. Okay, so I got another battery.
Give me the phone.
You want to be careful with electricity,
Wait a minute.
but you also want those boxes.
You want proof?
So, shock a chicken. Don't worry about the chicken. The chicken is immortal. It's the same chicken you use to plug up the leak here. All of a sudden you stuck it on a stick and it became chicken dielectric.
I don't want to. No. No.
Okay, some bottled water.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now. About what?
See how I knocked that way out here? Just by bumping into it. That is one thing that's kind of annoying.
I don't know what problem you're on, and you're
But-
looking at the cars instead of doing your math. But all of those
Oh, apparently my oxygen went down to 0, and so it is now going on the health. So like I was saying, I mean, if you want to restore your health, all you got to do is lay down to rest. And that will rebuild your health. But if you'll notice, it also takes away. So you need to eat and drink after you've rested. And after you've done that, make sure to pee on the circle to get your prize.
I don't want this over here while I'm trying to do this, Jackson.
So, do I have what it takes to? So, objects, stations, electrical tape. I think I've got some electrical tape. Take electrical tape. I thought I had some. What do I need for thick electrical tape? 2 things of rubber. So now, I got stations. I can now build the crap imposed by the developers. I put that in that one spot.
The electrical stimulation is complete. Having traced your brain's activity while you were working, your brain was stimulated with small electrical charges to improve your engineering skills. Judging by the result, it didn't work and caused a number of hallucinations. However, it was entertaining. You still can't get past the radiation, but I will mark the coordinates of the rescuers for useless motivation.
And there's the crap imposed by. I'm going to. It literally has no use for it. It is just crap that's imposed by the developers. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and save and end this game and end the recording. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment as to what you think. Like, subscribe, and have a good day.